Hey, welcome back to the Overwrite SIDEQUEST podcast. I'm Kuamon.
I'm Sai.
I'm Caesar.
And Flamelight.
Yeah, we're special guest Flamelight joining us once again to cover the Nintendo press conference.
I'm here against my will!
No, you're not.
I mean,
the direct.
It's a direct.
It's a direct followed by non-stop, continuous coverage of everything going on in the treehouse. Like, in a way, it's very clever what they've figured out with this. It's like they just need to keep people's attention for like 6 hours during E3, so they just have this ongoing stream.
And also the Smash tournament, which is amazing.
Yes, and the Splatoon 2 tournament. Well, but this Direct, they always open up with like a neato animation thing that's different for each year. So this one had like all the colored Switch Joy-Cons, and then we just skip right into no Reggie, no Miyamoto, no nothing. We just skip right into some game nobody's ever heard of called Daemon X Machina.
Which looks amazing, or like at least the trailer looks amazing.
Do you mean Armored Core?
It did kind of look like Armored Core.
Absolutely hilarious.
I don't remember Armored Core having really heavy metal soundtrack going on in the background, which reminded me a lot of like old school Devil May Cry.
Well, it was
like screamo, kind of like hard rock going on in the background.
What I thought it was at the beginning, I really thought it was Armored Core, and then I thought like, no, they're faster.
You know what? You know what it actually reminded me of? The game, Vanquish.
Vanquish?
A little
Why
bit. Not like in that looks like it, but it feels like Vanquish in a way.
I didn't think it felt that fast, but there was definitely, I think, I guess it has kind of that Platinum Games flair to the attacks and things the robots were doing.
Especially the giant one that they showed at the beginning.
Yeah, totally.
That one like looked a lot like one of the bosses in the game. And that's I guess that's where I saw it, but it's like I don't know. It feels like with the speed of the characters and the robots and the type of like game that it looked like. That's what it feels to me.
I don't know. I suppose we'll have to wait and like get more.
Yeah, I mean,
from that game, but it looked really interesting to me, at least.
It's a game from Marvelous Interactive, who are not known for making like AAA standard like billion-dollar games, but they usually make very fun games. Marvelous were the ones behind things like No More Heroes, for example. So there's probably going to be like not low-tier indie game, but somewhere in between like AAA and low-tier game. It's gonna be some kind of like fun arcadey romp. I don't know. It looks interesting. I hope we can get a chance to play it before it comes out. But it really did come out of left field for the introduction to the Direct, and like right after that finish, I think we just skipped right into the next trailer, which was
Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the DLC.
Yeah, the new DLC they're adding for the game. Did any of you guys play Xenoblade Chronicles 2?
No.
I know the games, but I haven't played it.
Exactly. I've watched a few streams, I suppose, but my deal with I have a problem with turn-based games.
Xenoblade isn't really turn-based. It's did you ever play Final Fantasy
13?
No.
Yeah.
God, no.
You guys did. You guys beat it.
Final Fantasy.
Almost.
No, we didn't.
Final Fantasy 12.
The save file is still there.
No, I
Yes.
never played. What the fuck? I've never played Final Fantasy 12.
So the Xenoblade like game system is kind of similar to the Final Fantasy 12 system, in that it goes on in real time, but it kind of plays out like an MMORPG. So you have your attacks, and there's like auto attacking, and you can like build up like combos and things based on your skills.
Isn't it kind of like Tales of Symphonia?
No.
No.
There's no like active, like Tales of Symphonia. It's closer to a fighting game. This is closer to like how you would fight in an MMORPG.
Okay.
The thing they changed for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is they made it, I guess to make the attacks feel more meaningful. They changed it so that before you can move while attacking, now when the character is attacking, you have to like stay put. So I think that adds something to strategizing for the game. But the game, like the battle system in Xenoblade.
But what I think is, I agree with Sai about the style, it's not my thing either. I like fluid gameplay. Like even if it's not turn-based, I feel like I'm sitting ducks while I'm in a battle, and that kind of breaks my immersement.
I don't know. I mean, it looks really interesting. I think the story is very cool. I just can't deal with the whole menu-based.
Menu-based
I usually
system.
like the only real the only turn-based combat system that I can
Pokemon?
stomach is Pokemon. So
Oh no, I have the patience for that. So
Yeah.
that's
I
no
don't.
problem.
I mean,
what I do want is I've been meaning to play like the first one or the second one. The problem is it's such a big game.
Yes.
It has so much.
yeah,
in
you have
it
to invest a
that
lot of time into
I
it.
need to find the time to play it. Like
Yeah, no,
once I find a time, I'll like invest.
Yeah, we're talking like Final Fantasy levels of investment.
Yes.
Like there's a humongous amount of content, and from a tech standpoint, the Xenoblade Chronicles are always very impressive, just because of the span of how big the world is. Quick trivia, actually, the guys who figured out how to make the Breath of the Wild world so big and expansive are the Xenoblade guys. It's that studio that kind of gave Nintendo the tech on how to do that.
So they gave some of their wisdom.
Basically, yes. They moved some stat points over there. Yeah. Well, the thing about this trailer was I was actually very story focused, and I was hoping one of you guys had played the game because I had no idea what the story was,
No.
what exactly the story was alluding to. It looked very interesting, but I had no idea what was
I
going
know a
on.
little bit. I know that it's about certain characters who are humans and other certain characters who are weapons.
Yes, it's kind of like got a shaman thing, a shaman king. What's the other anime that has kind of that like the thing? It's about the undead school thing.
I don't know.
Well, there's it's that premise about having like characters who are weapons and characters who are also characters who are weapons and characters who are humans, and having to interact with those, and that kind of relationship that builds between having characters that are items and human characters play out. But yeah, if none of us have actually played any of those games, I think it's going to be hard to really talk about anything that interested us about the story. Right after that, we had I think was it the Pokemon trailer that we got right after that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this
more information on Let's Go Pikachu
But it
and Let's
wasn't-
Go Eevee.
It wasn't a trailer.
Or
It was like
sort
it
of,
was a
yeah.
little bit more of
Yeah, kind of an
Reggie-
infomercial from
Like a
Reggie.
reminder.
Yeah, it
Felt more like a reminder that like this is a thing. By the way,
Hey, we
It's
announced this
happening.
last week. Let's
Yeah, it was
about it.
like only a couple weeks ago they announced it. I think it was more of an opportunity to talk more details about some of the things that they didn't talk about in that first reveal trailer.
I actually didn't see any new detail except the fact that
Mew.
Yeah, that the Pokeball would come with Mew if you.
Well, but we got the price point for the Pokeball Plus. I think it's what it's called.
Yes.
We got
What was it?
I think it's like $20.
Eh.
We got a release
skip it.
date of November 19th. And yeah, that was really kind of the thing. It's like, and you get this little bonus. Like Pokemon has been doing bonus things for first adopters of their software for like 4 years now. So this was like, and if you're the first adopter for this game and you get the Pokeball Plus thing, you're gonna get Mew.
So let's just gotta catch them all, but you can't if you don't pay for the Pokeball. Yay!
I don't know, like it's optional, but I can see why you might take offense to that. I know the game looks interesting. I remember one of the leakers before it came out mentioned it was going to be very divisive, and I can totally see that because of the departures it's taking from the mainline series.
I think it's gonna be a good game for people who have never played a Pokemon game. They're not veterans. They're like kind of like young audiences members or people who have not tried a Pokemon game, and this is not a big game, and this is not a game that would make them feel what's the word I'm looking for? It's not
Risky?
threatening. No, not risky. It's not
It's
an
not
imposing
overwhelming.
game. It's not overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an overwhelming game. So, for someone who's interested in Pokemon but hasn't had that one game to try to get into the
I
series.
still need to know one thing. I don't know if you guys know the answer to this. I don't. if this game is gonna connect to the Pokemon Go system, and you can transfer
the app, yeah, it connects over to the app.
So, what's the point of playing Pokemon Go anymore if you can capture them all in this game?
No,
Well, it's supposed to be a companion kind of thing. So one of the divisive conceits for the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, because they're remakes of Pokemon Yellow. But one of the things they're doing away with is having random battles with wild Pokemon. So you catch wild Pokemon the same way you catch them in the Pokemon Go app.
Okay.
I think what's neat about that is the Pokemon Go app relies a lot on your geographic location to decide what Pokemon you have access to, especially with like special Pokemon. So I'm guessing the idea is if you have a harder time, you're in the place where it's harder to find certain Pokemon, you can always get them in the game. And I don't remember who...
And you can always see them as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's true. I had a problem with getting a Charizard in Pokemon Go because there were no Charmanders at all back in the beginnings of Pokemon Go.
Oh.
It took me like a month to get just Charmanders to get a Charizard. Then that was a real problem.
Yeah, so they're designing them as companion games, and I'm pretty sure one of the people over the Pokemon Company directly stated this, that they designed Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu editions thinking of all the people that either got back into Pokemon after a long time or got into Pokemon for the first time with the Pokemon Go app.
Okay, so here's my question. The reason why I uninstalled Pokemon Go 2 days, literally 2 days after installing it, is because the catching Pokemon aspect of Pokemon was never my selling point. My selling point was building a team that was better than all the other teams. My priority in Pokemon is to have the stronger Pokemon. Are they going to dumb down battles like they did for Pokemon Go, or is this going to be like a proper Pokemon game with
battles
proper
are gonna be the
Pokemon
same.
battling?
Yeah, so trainer battles...
I haven't seen any of that in any of the trailers, I don't know how you guys...
There's a battle going on.
Yeah, so this is this is meant to be kind of an in-between game. So people that got into the app try to like get them closer to the mainline series is what I'm getting from the Pokemon
I was
company.
actually hoping that the Pokemon supposed leak a couple of months ago was true, and then we would have like a little cute new starter and shit. But no,
we're getting that next year.
There's gonna be a new Pokemon, but no, there's gonna be actually a new Pokemon for this one. We don't know.
Oh yeah, they are including new Pokemon in this.
No,
game as well.
one new Pokemon.
One?
There's one new Pokemon.
Legendary?
No, I don't know.
One
We don't know
newly
yet.
designed
Yeah,
Pokemon,
yeah, newly
like it's
designed
never
Pokemon.
been seen before.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
for this game. We don't know which one it is yet.
It's gonna be a legendary.
Or something like
maybe
new. Something
or
new
like
Celebi.
or something like Sekrom, where it wasn't the legendary Pokemon, but it was like a
event.
special Pokemon.
It's gonna be an event.
Mythical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to get back to Sai's question before we move on, I think the idea is to get more people to get that experience that you have from the mainline Pokemon games. So Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu are going to have trainer battles that work seemingly, because we haven't gotten a lot more information based on the Gen 7 rule set.
I think
for the
I
games.
think they played it on the Treehouse, but I haven't seen that yet, so I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and check it out.
I have to say I did like one thing, really small detail about it, and it's the main thing about that the
The Pokeball controller?
Yeah, the Pikachu and the Eevee, they're in their hat or they're with the trainer.
Oh yeah,
all
they're
the times.
customizable.
However, I do hope that they fix something that they had in Pokemon Yellow that kind of screwed up the experience.
The emotions?
No, if you evolve Pikachu, he would not be with you anymore.
Oh no,
you cannot
that's,
evolve them.
we know that you can't.
You cannot evolve your starter Pokemon
I did not know that. Well,
In this game?
in this game.
You cannot evolve
I'm not
Eevee.
buying it.
that
then.
is news to me.
That is bull
How
crap.
can you
How can you
not
not evolve
evolve
Eevee?
That's how it is.
Like, I understand Pikachu, but Eevee...
The face of the game, the Pokemon are the face of the game, the one that they give you at the beginning.
But I want
You
my
can
Pokemon.
capture other
Stuff them in the computer and never see them
you can
again.
capture other Pikachus and you can capture other Eevees, but the one that they give you, the one that Professor Oak gives you, you cannot evolve it.
Okay, what I was gonna say is that I had hoped that I could have a little Umbreon with me at all times.
You can.
You can. That's what I was going to say before getting this bombshell.
You have a Pokemon that is always following you.
And it can be any Pokemon.
But Pikachu and Eevee will always be on your hat or on your shoulder.
Do they have to be in your team?
Huh?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think. I didn't even know this detail about not being able to evolve the starter Pokemon.
Yeah, you can't.
But yeah, no.
It's something because
balls.
I think it's because the main thing of the game is to like develop a bond with the Pokemon that is like your starter.
I think from a more technical level, it
might stuff them in the PC and never see them again.
We're never gonna grow up, and our Pokemon aren't either.
I don't know. Maybe it might also be a thing where the designers simply, because you can like clothe Pikachu and Eevee, like it's just not possible for them to be able to like design clothing for literally every single Pokemon that could pass through the game. So maybe that's why there's that restriction. Well, anyway, moving on from Pokemon. We're getting a new Mario Party game. We're getting a Super Mario Party game. And I don't know about you guys, but I was pretty excited that one of the features from the recent Mario Party games was missing.
Or lack of
so there's
lack thereof.
There's no car, people. There's finally no goddamn car.
We're going back to the non.
I actually want to mention that we ourselves actually played Mario Party. What was it? 9 or 10?
9 and 10.
9 and 10 with a card. And I cannot explain you guys how bored we were all that fucking time.
Yeah,
and we played it recently. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember one day you saying we were super excited about playing Mario Party, and then that shit just like creeped up on us, and the game ended, and none of us were having fun.
Yeah.
And we played. We are old. We played Mario Party 1. When it came out.
That's what I wanted to do, say that it's not only going back to the fundamentals of like Mario Parties 1 through 7. I'm not counting 8 because 8 was getting weird by that point. But at the same time, they are including some interesting new ideas. They actually showed something that if you follow like leaked patent things for Nintendo, you might have heard of before. Which is the thing where they put the two Switch screens together and they built out like a stage for the little tank game they were playing on tabletop. Like that was pretty neat because, like from a technology standpoint, it's pretty impressive how they're getting the two tablets to communicate and like understand spatially where each is.
I didn't think the Switch was capable of that. Like grabbing two Switch and then like somehow they can.
Actually, it's not hardware. It's software. Like if you notice in the trailer, they set the two pieces
and they put up they draw a line.
Yeah, they draw a line with your finger. So it's an illusion that they're connected. They're not. But you just told the Switch it's here that we're gonna connect with here, and the software doesn't work for you.
Yeah, I mean, the pattern is basically that. But like, let's not.
It's a really smart design.
Let's not understate the amazing engineering marvel that is from a coding perspective.
However, since I'm the least Nintendo fan here, like I have to point it out. Does that mean that some of the games in the mini games in Super Mario Party are gonna be less enjoyable, or you're gonna have a lesser experience because you don't have two Switches at the same time?
I think it's gonna be a different experience.
I think it's gonna be kind of what happened with maybe Mario Party 6 or whatever, where there's just gonna be certain mini games that are best played with everything, but that not necessarily that you're not going to be able to play the game if you don't have
like they have two modes.
But I mean because they can make that concession because Mario Party is always best played with 4 people, and you can do that with 2 Switches because you get like 2 controllers per Switch.
I mean, like it's not necessarily such an issue in other countries, but okay. In some countries, you cannot bring your Switch out and go into the street and play in the park with it. You just can't.
Yeah, because you're gonna get your ass mugged.
You could play at a rooftop party, man, where you're paying attention to the Switch reveal event.
But what I mean is, to me at least, when it comes to going to play with friends, it's not going to the park. It's not bringing your portable and playing outside. It's going to someone's house anyway. So I think that Nintendo are a little bit over their head with their ads in the middle of the park, in the middle of the
on the rooftop party.
Yeah, I would never bring out my.
They're just
my
showing
Switch.
where you can play them if
Yeah.
you want or can.
I don't know. I'm totally down for kind of embracing the tabletop aesthetic of what the game offers, because they didn't only just show the thing with the 2 tablets, they also showed like a 2 versus 2 thing with a baseball game, which I thought was also pretty neat. I think I'm reminded of playing actual like board games, and I think it's pretty cool how they're embracing that with the Mario Party. Like Mario Party series is probably the most suited series to have kind of a board game, a game feel to it. But yeah, no, I'm excited for this.
I wonder
Super
if the
Mario
game
Party.
will play different in the screen and your
TV?
portable from your TV. If it's gonna be there's gonna be an actual difference.
maybe minor tweaks.
Yeah, there'll probably be minor tweaks. I mean, it would be really impressive from a design perspective if they can figure out solutions to letting you always be able to play everything.
You put a second TV on top.
Just put it in the TV and just swish your finger across it. Yeah. Well, anyway, moving on.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, right after Mario Party, we got a trailer for a whole new Fire
Fucking
Emblem game.
finally, man.
I was actually, when they showed the title, I thought it was gonna be another remake, because we got the Shadows of Valentia remake recently.
I thought it was gonna be something with the Treehouse event.
Yeah, no, definitely, because they go like Fire Emblem, 3 houses, and it was I thought it was like, is this a remake of Fire Emblem 3? But then I was like, no, wait, because Fire Emblem 3 is a remake of Fire Emblem 1. So that makes no sense.
And also, it's not 3. It's 3 from the number, not the 3 from the.
Yeah, I think it's one of those unfortunate things where it works better. The title works better in Japanese English than it does in proper English.
Houses.
Because they can get away with the pun of it being both things.
They showed a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure what to make of it yet, and I'm saying that as the biggest Fire Emblem fan on this table. I did not like Shadows of Valentia, so
Shadows. Which one's that one?
That's the remake of Fire Emblem 2 that came out on the
remake
3DS.
of Fire Emblem 2.
The one with Celica?
I haven't
Yes.
played
Yes.
much Fire Emblem, but from what I played, what I saw in this one, I liked it that they had like mob battles, like they.
It's basically they took that from Wise.
So it's an old thing, like it's not
From
new.
not Wise. It's another. It's
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
like you send
Forget the
a
name.
bunch of critters against others. Like you have your own.
You don't have it. That's not how it works. You don't have free killable pieces. It's more like when you go into the battle screen, instead of it being like one dude versus one dude, which is completely unrealistic when you're talking about a proper fucking
So it's
war.
a visual thing.
It's,
Yeah,
it's-
I thought
yeah.
it was a visual thing.
It's like the dude with his platoon that he commands.
yeah.
And the platoon is a health bar basically.
It's basically the health, right?
It's not Fire Emblem Warriors.
I will say, speaking about the animation, I think it's very cool that we're finally. Well, I mean, it's not something that people were asking for, but I think it was very cool that the transition to the battle sequences seems to be very like there's no transition. It's very fluid. It just kind of moves in and out, and I think it adds a lot to the feel of the game.
They've been working on that since Awakening.
Yeah.
Awakening.
I don't know. I've as a person who doesn't play a lot of Fire Emblem, but I've seen a lot of the games. I thought it looked very impressive. It looked very nice. The story sounds very interesting. Very
It does.
yeah.
It does. And that's coming from Fire Emblem stories that lately have been, for me, pretty lackluster. I didn't like.
The 3DS one.
Yeah, no, I loved Awakening.
Yeah, no, the one after that. I know
The one
which
after
one you're
that,
talking about.
Fates.
Yeah, Fire Emblem Fates.
I didn't like the story in Fates. The gameplay was cool. It was basically the same thing as in Awakening. And then Shadows of Valentia, I didn't even finish it. And that's the first Fire Emblem game since Fire Emblem 7, which was the first one that
I never finished
came
the one I
stateside.
played. I never did.
came to this side of the pond.
Because I had to use a character I didn't want to use.
Well, I will say this is the first time since the Ike games that we're getting like a console. I mean, it's the Switch, right? But we're getting like a full-on console Fire Emblem again.
Yes.
And that I guess that's what why we're getting like all these visual perks and all of this like heavier investment on the aesthetic.
Which you also kind of got way back when they released Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. They
right,
were both.
Right. That's what I mean. It's like very special that we're getting that kind of.
They were both the same. They were spoiling us, I suppose, and they're spoiling us now.
I don't know. It looks very interesting. I'll probably watch Sai play it before I decide if I want to play it myself. But
we'll play it on Overwrite just so I can torture him.
I was very impressed with the trailer. Is what I'm getting at.
The next item on the list was PUBG for PS4. Oh, sorry, Fortnite for Switch.
You know, the game that actually is making $1 bajillion and everybody and their mother is playing.
Then you mean Daisy?
No, that's H1C1.
H1C1, yeah.
But yeah, no.
H1N1.
What's that's a totally different thing.
That's not a game.
I know, it's a disease. So cool little thing about, well, not cool, but a thing about Fortnite. It actually got leaked yesterday. So some people have figured out how to hack the eShop already, and they can see when things go onto the eShop but are hidden because they go into like this old web browser kind of view for it. So a lot of people already knew Fortnite was coming to the Switch, and it because they saw like the thing on the eShop with the release date like June 12th. I think it's nice.
Oh, it's already. Is it already out? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it free to download?
It's free today. Like you can play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yes, you can play Fortnite on your Switch right now.
Crap! I'm gonna have to go buy a Switch now.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. I think again, it's very positive, especially after the Wii U for Nintendo to just have these games that literally everybody's playing that are the talk of town. I've been very impressed just how popular Fortnite has turned out to be. Like they're like both boys and girls at high school are playing Fortnite.
Boys and girls in middle school are playing
Fortnite.
It's
impressive.
No,
when we were kids, girls in middle school laughed at people who played video games.
Well, actually, I think that it's probably more like symbiotic, but Ninja played a big role in that. Like the Twitch streamer that got really famous about it, like. He not only did he get boosted because of that game, but he boosted the game itself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but it's not the first time that like a game has such an immense effect on like the general population. Like I'm the last time I remember that happening was with Pokemon. So that's why I'm so impressed with Fortnite. It's just because the Fortnite Battle Royale mode was kind of a tacked on thing for the actual Fortnite game that nobody plays. And to see it just become this juggernaut and like at a Pokemon level where literally everybody's playing has been very impressive. And well, now it's on the Switch, so now you can play on the Switch, which has crossplay with everything except the PS4 because Sony is being that guy this time around.
Is it because of Sony or is it because of Nintendo?
It's because of Sony. Because if you play on your Switch, you can play with people on PC, you can play with people on their mobile phones, you can play with people on their Macs, you can play with people on everything except the people playing on PS4.
Actually, last year there were talks between Microsoft and Sony to make crossplay possible, and it was Microsoft that was starting the conversation, and PlayStation slowed them down.
Yeah, Sony just, I guess they don't want to give it up, considering they have a bigger install base.
I think it's about security issues. I think that they're very paranoid about their security, being that they have been hacked quite a few times.
Perhaps. Well,
and maybe opening that system maybe opens them to some kind of cyber attack or something.
Maybe it doesn't, it doesn't, like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, but that was kind of like the last really big announcement they made in the Direct before the really, really big announcement.
Yeah.
Don't go there yet.
So we got like a montage of games that most of them we already knew were coming out, which I think the message was kind of like, oh, and by the way, you don't have to wait until next year to play really great games on your Switch. Here's everything else that's coming out.
Yes, there was a few mentions, kind of like Overcooked 2 and Hollow Knight and things like that.
Yeah, a couple of things.
To me, the one that stood out was Starlink, which they showed in
the Ubisoft
conference. They showed a lot more in the Ubisoft conference. I actually thought it was No Man's Sky story mode until they showed Starfield. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. I don't know. It looks really neat. It's another exploration game, but it seems to lean heavier on the arcade aspects, which I find enjoyable.
The did Fox appear on the Ubisoft?
Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes, they had
showed
Miyamoto in the Ubisoft conference,
Oh, cool.
and it was like a big reveal.
They
thing.
showed an entire trailer of the game, like story based and aesthetics and the world and everything, dogfight battles, trading, everything that you would think No Man's Sky should have been. And then suddenly the R-Wing comes in, like, holy shit, Star Fox is in No Man's Sky. And then they showed the title, it's Starlink and
Yeah, I think it's called like Battle for Atlas or like
which Atlas is the name of the No Man's Sky faction that makes you want to.
Are you accusing Ubisoft of stealing No Man's
Maybe, I don't
Sky's
know.
ideas and
They're
making
gonna
them
fix
better?
It looks like No Man's Sky.
Should we
The
sue
title
them?
has something from No Man's Sky. I'm sorry.
And this isn't Korea. We're not. We're not. Anyway,
Another copy strike Ubisoft.
Another big thing that came out of that montage that's worth mentioning is we're getting this was announced before. We're getting Dragon Ball Fighter Z on the Switch, which is
pretty cool.
Which is kind of a big deal. And also, by the way, Hori, where are those fighting sticks that you guys promised when the Switch came out? Like, we have a bajillion fighting games for the Switch, and like that thing is out of stock.
Are we like? Did they like say that they want to make fighting sticks for
No,
Switch?
there's a fight stick that they made when the Switch came out, when there was like
No
the
fighting
Street Fighter 2 game out for the Switch and nothing else. And now that there's like a bajillion fighting games, it's like, where's the fight stick?
Now we have like an actual proper Dragon Ball fighting game.
Yeah, and
Like-
a really good one at that.
Yes.
Because
Wait,
we got like Xenoverse 2 last year for the Switch.
Question. Doesn't the Switch have USB entrances?
Yes, that's how you connect those fight sticks.
But you can't use like it has to be made for Switch. Like that's
You have to have the
it's-
input.
It's because of driver issues. It's usually like they come with specific
Because of
drivers.
what? Sorry.
Drivers.
Okay.
So you need to install. You need to have the proper driver for it to work with the console.
Right.
Yeah,
If you
someone's already working.
Some of the
on
more
workaround.
like legit
Yeah.
professional, super expensive fight sticks for the FCG usually do have all those special drivers to make it compatible with everything. But this is like a basic for Switch Hori fight stick.
Or some nerd living in their mom's basement.
Yeah, a couple
already
of other-
wrote the code, so we're good.
A couple of other big things that came out from that montage. We got to see, like, we knew this was coming already, but I think it's still kind of a big deal. We're getting Dark Souls remaster on the Switch.
Which I think is great because it strays from it's like further straying from this idea that Nintendo is the kiddie console
Yeah, exactly.
that they kind of brought on themselves with in the Wii days and has kind of stayed with them and was part of the reason why the Wii and Wii U didn't do so well. I think having Dark Souls and having Skyrim and having
Wolfenstein 2.
Wolfenstein and all these darker games, for saying it that way.
More mature games.
Yeah, and then the
But they're-
Metroid
but they're-
Prime 4 that they did.
but
they
they're-
didn't
yeah, shut
announce.
But what I mean is the Metroid Prime 3 came out for the Wii, so shut up. My point is it's a good move on their part.
Yeah, it's also just from a technical aspect, it's a very impressive move because
Yeah.
let's remember the Switch is running on a Tegra X1 for like an NVIDIA graphics card, and even though it's a very very good graphics card, like it's already like old tech. So just being able to see like these really cutting edge game, like most of these games, well not Dark Souls, but definitely Wolfenstein 2 are like cutting edge PC games. So seeing developers like
And
putting
Doom as well.
Yes, putting in the time and the effort to figure out how to like get these games to run on the Switch, just because they believe in the console and they think it's a worthwhile investment. I think it's pretty. It speaks volumes of the success of the Switch, but I also think it speaks well of the accessibility to develop.
Remind me quickly. I'm pretty sure Doom could play like at 30 frames per second on like the just Switch, right? Like,
yeah, the Switch version of Doom, regrettably,
But it
runs at 30 frames per second.
On the
No, on both. It's
both?
that is a very very taxing game. Like Doom is
no, but it's a solid 30.
Yeah, it's a solid 30 FPS, and again, it's very impressive that they managed to do that with the limited hardware they have. But yeah, I think it's very cool that we're getting those kinds of games. We're also getting Another thing that's weird with the Switch is we're getting a lot of like iPad ports. So we're getting what's it called? The Fallout
Shelter.
Fallout Shelter is coming out for the Switch.
I can say that it's the only Fallout game I've actually played, and I liked it.
It's nothing like all the other Fallout games.
I know,
yeah.
I know. I did play it for months in my on my phone. It's a really neat game. However, it does have that iOS and Android problem with some games that you have to wait for stuff to happen. Like, you can't just stay there and play and enjoy your time. You have to stop playing and then come back later.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those idle games.
Recharge in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
it is free. So like, if you have your Switch and you need some other game that you want to like
I
idle
understand
around
how that works in your phone, because you're supposed to have like you're with your phone all the time, and then I have a free time, I'm gonna play a little bit and then I'm gonna put it back in my pocket. But how does that work with a console? Like,
I mean, have you seen the fact that the Switch is portable? Because
Yeah.
that's why they're doing that.
well, yeah, but
Like, they're expecting you to carry your Switch around in your backpack and like
Or
pull it out
pocket.
when you have well, if you have really big pockets.
This guy has really big pockets.
I travel with my
it
Switch in the pocket.
feels. I think it's gonna have the same problem I have with, for example, the PSVR. It's a hassle to start playing it. It's a hassle to get into the mood and to like bring that thing out and play just for 5 seconds and then put it back.
I mean, I don't know, man. I think the Switch is a lot more portable than your VR headset plus the PlayStation camera plus the PS4 that you need to play in VR.
Like, putting on the PSVR is an entire process. Like, taking out your Nintendo Switch from your bag and start using it is a process that takes.
It's like a two-step process.
I don't think those correlate at all.
Because you need to be at least the times that I've brought it with me, when I had it, were moments like, okay, I'm in a desk or something, and I'm at work.
Okay. I think
And I need to take it out, but I need to
I'm
make
at work,
sure.
I'm playing video games.
Hey, there are no patients at that moment.
He's a doctor, people!
wait. Okay, cell phones are more for quicker things. For like you pull it out if you're in line for maybe like not the bank, because you can like use your cell phone on the bank, but like if you're like on queue for something or you're waiting for something quick. A Switch or a DS or like Vita, something like that, it's more of like if you're waiting for like half an hour or an hour or two.
Yes, but that's exactly what I mean. This game doesn't let you play for more than 2 minutes.
What do you mean?
This game, you just click and point. You grab your rewards from what your characters did in the last 10 to 20 minutes, and then you pocket it again.
It's one of those idle games, essentially.
Like, my characters are doing shit over time, and then I click,
you leave it running.
Thank you, bye.
But again, the Switch is very, like, works for that because you can have multiple, like, apps running in between through the system. I don't know. It's free. The other big game they had in that montage that I think is worth mentioning, just because I think it's coming out like next week, is Mario Tennis Aces.
It's next week?
Yes, it's coming out next week. I don't know, man. I'm just really excited.
Jim, hey, it has a story mode. You'll love it.
Yes,
really, it does.
Yes, it has. We're finally getting a Mario Tennis game in 3D with a story mode, because we haven't had story mode on Mario Tennis since the Game Boy games.
Yo, is Dry Bones gonna be in this game?
Yes,
I believe so.
Awesome!
Yes.
I'll buy it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it looks really cool. I'm getting some Mario Kart vibes from the multiplayer. Like, I think it has the potential
Will
to
Mario
be.
Kart get a story mode too when it
no.
comes out?
There's a he's in for the multiplayer.
Now you're getting me excited about things I shouldn't be excited about. I'm gonna get disappointed later.
Go buy a Switch. It's a good investment for a second console.
What? I'm gonna ask the person I sold it to give it back.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited for
Honestly,
Mario.
I don't think you should have sold it in the first place, but whatever.
I'm very excited for Mario Tennis Aces. I think it's looking very cool. I think it's looking very fun. I don't know, you guys?
I think it's cool. I honestly haven't been following it.
I like
much.
the Mario Tennis.
I'm cool with having it now that I know that Dry Bones is in it.
I think you would enjoy
Dry Bones.
Besides that, they've made this Mario Tennis. Shut up, people. They've made this Mario Tennis. They've made this Mario Tennis closer to a fighting game in terms of like the mechanics.
Yes.
Like, tennis has always kind of been like a fighting game, but now they've really kind of doubled down on how the game mechanics for Mario Tennis.
Here, you have the tennis ball now.
Yeah, but it's
Also a banana.
No, but there's
the
like
blue shell.
there's like counters now and like special moves and like final moves, and you need to keep tabs on all these things. It looks really fun. It looks really cool. I'm down for it. But whoa.
Mega Man 11.
Just like Mega Man 11.
Yeah.
Are you actually talking about that?
I want to talk about Mega Man 11.
We're talking about
I mean,
Mega
go
Man
ahead.
11.
Okay, so
I think it's neat that they brought Mega Man back.
last time
but
I
also-
played a Mega Man game was like Mega Man X something for the PS2 or for
There's
the
a
GameCube.
bajillion Mega Man games.
Yeah, but that was the last time I played
For
a
the
Mega Man
PlayStation
game.
2, what was it, like Command Center?
I don't.
The RPG one?
I don't remember.
Mega Man 64.
No, wait, it was
Mega Man.
X. It had
Yo, are you
X
kidding me? Is
and
that a
Zero.
thing?
X
I love
and
that
Zero
game.
were in the portrait in the.
Mega Man ZX, and that's neither X nor Zero.
No, but that was for he's talking for the PlayStation 2. The CX
Oh,
is
no,
for like
okay.
the DS.
3DS.
I did
Yeah.
play Mega Man Network. I don't know if that was after or before that.
But that's like Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that's the last time I played a Mega Man game.
I know. I mean, it's a big deal. We're getting Mega Man's back, I guess. I don't know, man. Capcom decided 2018 was the year they were gonna like bring back everything, all of their series from like 20 years ago, and we're getting Mega Man 11 for the Switch. It looks nice.
Yeah, the other thing I want to mention is that I do like. I don't know if I do like it or not that they changed the aesthetics that they were going from for Mega Man 9 and 10 into the fully like HDA remade.
I think by Mega Man 10, people were already kind of over.
I guess,
the
yeah.
call back to the retro
Like
style.
they liked it at the moment. It was like, oh, cool, throwback to the old Mega Man.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like people being very super excited when Mega Man 9 came out in 2009,
and not so much for 10.
and then like the year later when they came out with Mega Man 10, it was like, oh, okay, yeah,
Okay.
it's another one.
It's cute.
Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah,
I think
I
I'll
don't know.
play it when it comes out.
I think it's gonna be cool when it comes out. Well, hopefully it's not another Mighty Number 9.
No,
My
dear God,
God,
no.
let's not even go.
4-hour credits.
Oh God, no.
Was it 4 hours? Right.
I don't know if it's actually 4 hours. I guess they had to put all that Patreon money up somewhere.
I think it was at about 4 hours. The credits.
Jesus. Well,
Okay, let's
So
not even go there.
then
Anyway,
we had the great.
the greatest reveal of all time.
yeah, Shinja Takahashi came out and he talked about how excited.
Hello Kitty!
Shinja Takahashi came out. He talked about how excited he
Island
was
of Dreams.
Let's keep interrupting him.
that people were playing with the Switch on the E3 show floor and on the bus and on the train. And then he was like, "But enough about that. You're all here to see Masahiro Sakurai." So,
And we know it.
Damn you, Sakurai!
That is
No
correct.
tripping in this game, so no, let's not
There's
damn
no
him.
tripping?
No tripping.
of course, there's no
What?
tripping. Anyway, let's get before we kind of just splurge, I guess. Let's just get some of the important facts out straight. So the new Super Smash Bros. We knew was coming out the sixth.
Pichu is back!
The sixth entry in the series, and the big thing for the reveal is every single character that has ever been in a Smash game
Pichu!
throughout the history of the games is coming back.
So annoying.
I don't know, man. I think it's
amazing.
I think it's
that
a
they
really
did
good
that.
call.
I think- yeah.
First of all,
I also think it's something no one expected.
no, nothing in this announcement is anything
Wait,
nobody
wait.
expected.
Wait.
Every single character.
Yo, nobody expected young Link.
Yes, exactly.
No,
No-
wait. Even if they didn't expect it, it's someone that everyone wanted. Like
Yeah,
it's.
no,
I don't think
everybody-
anybody wanted Young Link.
I wanted
I
young
wanted
Link.
Young Link back. That was my main in Melee.
Yo, I already have mains. The game isn't even out. I'm playing Roy and Young Link and fuck everything else.
Well, I don't know. Again, I think it's really cool that they're basically getting the whole roster, every single character that's been
Wait, they
in
didn't
Smash
mention
up
Dr.
until now.
Mario.
They did.
Yes,
did?
He's
yes,
gonna
they
be
did.
in there.
He's
yes.
gonna
Okay.
be in there.
Every single character. What part of that did you not understand?
Plus-
If
plus-
it's ever been in a Smash game, it's there.
I don't
Plus
know,
a
maybe
few
they
new
don't
ones.
mean Echo characters.
Is Wolf gonna be there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Is Snake gonna be there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Snake is going to fucking be there.
Wait,
And it's gonna be the best game Snake is gonna be on for the past 2 years.
Is Lucas gonna be there?
Yes.
Yes. Are you sure about that?
I'm totally sure about that. I know you might be confused because of the striped shirt, but he's there.
Okay.
One more.
One more.
Luigi.
Is Mario gonna be there?
Yeah.
Yo, is
No,
that
actually, we're not sure if Mario's gonna be there.
No?
Yeah, like,
Dr. Mario is in, but Mario doesn't.
Yeah, no, the jury's still out on that one. They're not sure they're gonna put Mario in the game.
Mario won the damn tournament.
Mario won the ballot.
But yeah, no, Smash is back. It's called Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Some people were speculating that this was just going to be some port from the Wii U version of the game. Stupid people. But yeah, we're getting a full-on new Super Smash Bros. And I'm reminded of this meme that came out when Infinity War was around. Like this is the greatest crossover in history, and then people are like, no, wait, sorry.
Hold my beer.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the greatest crossover in history. Like, bar none. There's like 30 different franchises being represented in this game. And we don't know like how many Smash trophies are in there.
And we have no idea but if we already got the whole roster.
No.
No, we definitely haven't gotten the whole roster.
Sakurai
sure
said it at
about
the
that?
end. Yeah, Sakurai said at the end, don't expect that many new characters, but here's one of them.
Yeah, so that's the other big thing. So
Yo, Sakurai was reading 4chan. I am so sure of this.
Like, Sakurai has been hanging out on the internet way too long. Because every single meme that's been a part of the Smash community for the past 15 years was answered in this trailer.
You're telling me that there's still hope for Crash, Spyro, or Banjo to be in
Yes,
Smash?
that can happen.
Okay,
It can happen.
Fine.
I don't think so, but...
Probably not, but it can.
He literally went like, here's 63 characters that were already in the game,
Crash,
and now we're gonna put in some more because we need to fill out the roster, I guess.
One of the announcements was the Crash and Insane Trilogy was coming for Switch, so maybe...
Hey, anything can happen, man.
Actually, there's 68 characters if you count the Echoes.
I guess. But
well, that's kind of what they did when they introduced Cloud via DLC. They were like, well, Cloud's never been in a Nintendo game, so here's a Nintendo game with Cloud
in it.
And then literally 30 seconds later, they were like, oh, guess who's on Smash?
It's Cloud!
Hey, which game was Cloud in?
It was the Final Fantasy RPG that came out on for the 3DS, where you meet different characters from the Final Fantasy series.
Oh.
It's like two brothers. I'm forgetting what the name is right now.
A super spin-off, super obscure game that 3 people bought, but they were like, I don't care.
He's there.
He's there.
I mean, Snake is in there because there was a remake for Metal Gear Solid 1 on the GameCube, but that counts.
But it was a full-fledged game.
Yo, yeah, but
no, this was a full-fledged game too. It's just not a game you wanted to play.
Wait, no, it was already there. It was already there. This is like the same announcement, literally 30-second difference. They were like, Cloud's in this game, and also Cloud is in Smash. And I'm pretty sure the $6 for downloading Cloud were like, they netted more from Smash 4 Cloud downloads than from the sales from this game.
This game I can't remember the name of. Yeah.
Cloud downloads. Are you saying that they downloaded Cloud from the cloud?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay. So there was one announcement that I still I thought this was a must. Like, you didn't have to announce it. Like the GameCube controller. Like,
I mean, I don't think anybody thought it wasn't going to happen eventually.
But
they had to say
they had to still mention it.
I still want to say I still want my Wavebird, even if people say that they don't like that.
It's
but
compatible.
But
if you can get yours to
what
work.
I mean is I can't find somewhere to buy a working Wavebird anymore.
Well, I mean, but
if you find one, it works.
It works. Yeah, that's like
so that's not Nintendo's fault.
Sakurai really did the most amazing effort to make this game compatible with every single control scheme possible.
What I'm saying is the Switch is a portable console, and that still means that you will have it at home or not. And having a wireless controller is sometimes a must. You cannot have those cables flying around all the time.
It will complement.
It
will be a good complement for the Switch.
So
I know what you're saying, but if your point is that you want to have a wireless controller,
the Switch has
like 40 of those.
It's not a controller. I'm sorry.
The GameCube, the point of the GameCube controller is for competitive play.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the reason why they have it there.
And talking about competitive play, they did tweak and change a lot of things.
Yeah, the game is faster.
No, not only faster.
Not only faster, the shield works different.
They still didn't say they were fixing my Thunder.
Your Thunder?
Yeah, my Thunder got nerfed.
You're gonna have to wait and see. You have 2 chances now with Pikachu and Pichu. Maybe one of them will hit the Thunder you want.
They're fucking. It's nerfed. It had to be nerfed.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. It
only because some people don't know how to counter it.
It was way fucking broken in the beginning.
Only because
Yeah.
you don't know how to play without it.
Whatever, let's
that
not go
cool?
there. Anyway,
Okay,
you were
tweaks.
saying something.
Yeah.
The shields work different now.
Yeah, the shields work different. The game is faster. You can dodge in the air, which is
Melee
something you couldn't
style.
do since melee.
Yeah. You can also like you can't like spam dodging in the ground as well.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's,
I remember dodging in the air in
No, it's
no,
it's there.
not dodging in the air, side dodging.
Side
so
dodging.
like,
It's
you're in
there,
the air
but you
and
don't
you side
move
dodge.
to the sides,
Okay,
which
okay.
is what happened in Melee.
Yeah.
Just because of how the engine worked. They removed that in Brawl because of how the engine worked.
Okay.
And now it's back.
But you can't really spam the dodging thing because that'll make it
Yeah,
so that
you-
you can't move sideways.
So now,
Even on the ground.
so now
It
I
re-
have a
it
chance
reduces
against
the
Cheek
distance.
again. Okay.
Perhaps,
Yeah,
yeah.
it reduces the
they're
distance.
penalizing dodge abuse by it's not they make you slower. They just reduce the invincibility frames
it-
the more you
Yes.
use it.
And
Essentially.
it kind of has
I'm not
a
saying they make it
cooldown.
slow. They
It has a
reduce the
cooldown.
distance that you move as well. Even on the ground.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Even on the ground. And no, it does. It's not that it has a cooldown. It has a reset.
No,
Where if you don't use it, it goes back to the regular.
It's
distance.
like
Really?
it's
Yeah.
the same mechanic for like the main attacks, where if like you reuse the same
okay,
attack
not
a
that
lot.
the way I
can't-
understood
It's
is that,
not that you
using
can't
dodge, using the dodge gives you a timed debuff, and it has
For
a
the
cooldown
dodge, yes.
to regain your.
Yes, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not that you can't dodge anymore for a while when you dodge too
Okay.
much. It's not how it works.
And I mean, based on my experience on Smash, it's not like you can just dodge and wait out 5 seconds and then dodge again. The way I think Smash works is it's based on number of continuous inputs.
Okay.
So what it's penalizing you is for repeating the same input over and over again.
Yeah, it's for in a row inputs.
So
The way the game works is it stores the last 9 inputs that you did, and anything in a row gets debuffed.
Something that really caught my eye was the fact that they are now, they know that people will be playing tournaments, so they're making specific changes to gameplay when it's 1v1,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty.
I thought
neat.
that was pretty neat too. Like,
and specific character changes for 1v1. For example, Ryu, like, he will always face his enemy
Yes.
if he is in a 1v1
And that is
situation.
great. That is great because the way that Ryu moveset works, you have to input. You don't have to input. You have the option of inputting.
if you want to play him right, I guess you have to.
You have the
input.
option of inputting the command
the
way
the
the Street Fighter
the
command.
Street Fighter way.
On the flip side, it's gonna be a pain to find a way for him to run forward, then do the turnaround animation to jump, turnaround cancel to jump, and back here.
People will figure out
It's-
new
it's-
ways of
yeah,
playing.
the
Ryu.
forward back here.
I don't know. What I thought it was neat, and this is something. This has always been a running thing with Smash, but I think it's nice that they're doing it again. Is all the characters are always getting like these little details and tweaks that are always callbacks to their franchises. So the thing from Street Fighter, like they didn't sell it so much as a professional, as a thing for tournament play, so much as a callback to Street Fighter games where both characters are always facing each other, no matter what. And they also had a couple of other things that they were mentioning about each character that will call back to the series. Like, for example, if you play with Bayonetta, and depending on which of the suits you use, if you use the Bayonetta 2 suit or Bayonetta 1 suit, you get like the sound effects proper to that game.
Are different if you do.
Yeah, and like little details like that, which I think have always been what make Smash special, and like more than just a fighting game. It's also kind of this massive encyclopedia of like just video games.
Dude,
in
how
general.
many trophies are gonna be there in this one?
I don't know, man.
I
There's,
don't
there's
know.
like
It's gonna be
a bajillion
ridiculous.
There were
assist
like,
trophies.
No, not assist trophies, like normal trophies.
Just-
I know, but that's what I mean. It's like if there's already
Whoa.
such a bunch of assist trophies, like just imagine like how many more like regular trophies are going to be in the
I think
game.
there were 600 something in the last one.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just
I also like that they're giving more emotional animations to the characters, like the look that Donkey Kong has
Yes.
when he gets punched really hard in the gut, like his eyes pop out and everything. Like it was a call to something in the past, but I don't remember where. But I've seen it before.
Oh
I've
yeah,
seen that
I thought
face.
you would. I
you know-
thought you would like.
You know
that
which
too.
one it is? You know what it is?
Which one?
When Cranky Kong throws a bomb at the intro of Donkey Kong Country.
And he goes like,
yeah,
He goes
Yeah.
like, whoa!
yeah. No,
I thought you would like that.
What?
I mean, I
Yeah, I love
the
it.
new,
like
the
that.
new emotional
animation.
face.
I love it. I love it.
I thought you
100%.
would. I thought you would like the new character.
Yeah,
As soon
Ridley.
As, yeah, Ridley. Fuck Ridley.
Ridley, yeah. No, but
as soon as I saw Daisy, man, I was like,
yeah.
this is for Caesar.
but is it like help me out here?
Like, she's gonna go on the thumbnail.
I'm not quite.
I'm not gonna put Ridley. Fuck Ridley. I'm gonna put Daisy on the thumbnail of the video.
I want to be. Most people, I think, are going to put Daisy on their thumbnails. I'm not quite clear on the Echo characters. Like,
Yes.
what's
It's
like a different like
It's a costume.
costume thing?
No, it's
No,
not
no,
a
no, no,
costume.
it's not a
not
costume. It's the clones, basically.
Yes.
It's,
Yeah,
But
so Lucina is an echo of Marth. Roy is an echo of Marth.
Same moveset.
Wolf and Falco are echoes.
Okay,
of
but wait,
No.
Yes, they
They
are.
have
wait.
different movesets now.
Wait. Time. The only characters who have the Absalom symbol as an Echo character are Dark Pit, Lucina, and Daisy. Everyone else don't have them. Everyone else don't have it.
Confirm,
No, confirm.
yeah.
This on the website, and also everyone who has an absolute symbol do not have a new number. Peach and Daisy are both 13.
Oh, okay. So they're gonna be
So
costumes.
do you? No, they're not costumes. Do you remember what the difference was between Lucina and Marth?
Yes.
Yes. What was it?
The Marth has the tipper mechanic, and Lucina has the same damage throughout the
Okay,
sword.
so that's it. They're gonna have basically the same movements. They're gonna have different tweaks on them and different things that work on.
So you mean like Roy and Marth,
okay,
or
but
like Captain Falcon and Ganondorf?
I guess what they're going for is. By the way, Ganondorf uses his sword.
I know, it's fucking great. It was about time.
It's just for one attack.
No, all his smash attacks use the sword now.
Where did that sword come from? I've never
He's
seen
had
it.
it for the past 3 games. Have you been paying attention?
Do you?
Yo, he was-
Ocarina of Time, your fucking favorite game of all time.
And he had the
When?
sword in Ocarina of
On the
Time.
last fucking fight.
On Ocarina of Time.
Yes.
On Ocarina of Time, he was throwing
No, I
balls
think
at
you're
me.
thinking of Twilight Princess. I don't think he
No,
has
no,
a
no.
sword knocker in time.
Where
He
like
doesn't-
he
doesn't have.
No, it's
No,
it's
that's the
escape.
cape.
It's
That's the
escape.
cape. That's
Oh,
It's escape.
okay.
But Twilight Princess, he has a
He
sword.
does have an
Princess-
animation.
but that's
in the
not that
game.
sword. The Twilight Princess sword is the sword of the wise men, of the sages.
Whatever, man. He has a goddamn sword in the game.
Whatever. We were going to a point of Echo characters
I'm saying I haven't seen
have
one
different
sword.
things. Like Dark Pit and Pit didn't have the exact same side B. There was a little bit of a difference between them. I think the difference between clones and Echo characters is that Echo characters are closer than the original, while clones.
So Dr. Mario should be an Echo?
No.
I don't know.
Dr. Mario and Mario has a different side, a different down B. Completely.
And
different.
also they draw pills as opposed to fireballs, and Mario's recovery is
I
a
think
little longer.
it's
than
the
Dr.
proximity
Mario.
of the closeness
Okay.
what makes the difference.
I don't know. I'm just excited that there's a whole slew of new characters, and you're finally getting a proper Daisy in a Smash game, which
And
I think
I'm
everybody's.
I'm so happy about the people who wanted Luigi and now they are not salty.
Waluigi is in the game, but he's still an assist trophy.
Yes.
So maybe for the next Smash game.
No, there was a bunch of people who wanted Lynn as well, and she's still an assist
Oh yeah, I
trophy.
kind of wanted Lynn as well.
Yo, she's an assist trophy.
Well, but
She's
the
okay.
meme character that everybody wanted and we're finally getting is Ridley.
And yo, we are getting Ridley.
People have been asking about Ridley.
I want Subspace Emissary!
People have-
You and only you.
No,
Literally
no,
one
stop.
person.
There's actually a bunch of people that do want
Okay,
something like
I don't want
Emissary.
Subspace Emissary. I want
An adventure mode.
an adventure mode.
Okay, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, but Subspace Emissary was the story was fun to watch, but to play.
no,
It was boring.
Okay,
Yeah, it was like the worst security
I
game
want-
ever made.
what I mean is, I want like a cutscene adventure mode
With
kind
all
of
the
thing.
characters and
Yeah, I agree. I hope
that
they put that
scene
in.
that they show with Ridley attacking Mario and Pikachu and then fighting Samus. It was amazing. I thought like if you make an adventure mode and you put this
Okay.
as a cutscene, I'd love it.
The thing about that is it takes a lot of time to make that amount of animation. So let's say something like Subspace Emissary was a really long thing with a lot of animation and a lot of cutscenes. Would you be okay with having a Subspace Emissary like thing with better
DLC?
gameplay? No, with better gameplay, but instead of having pre-rendered graphics, in-game engine graphics. It wouldn't look as pretty, But it
I'd be fine as long as we had that kind of fight that we had. That it's not just the animations from the fight, from the gameplay.
Okay, yeah.
Like extra animations like I don't want to feel like I'm back in the 64 with Ocarina of Time and he only makes the movements that are like set movements of like Link's set movements from gameplay into a cutscene.
Yeah.
Look, man, I just want to point out people have been asking about Ridley ever since the opening cutscene of Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Oh my god, yes, you're right.
It's been what 19 years since
Melee was
18 years.
2005?
Melee was
2001.
2001.
Yeah, I think it was 21. So it's been 17 years.
It's been 17 years in the making. This character reveal trailer. Like, of course, they kept that for the end because it was just such a big deal that it's finally happening.
Yes.
The memes.
We can also
The
talk.
memes.
I wonder, are all the stages coming back? Because they kind of showed like a lot of
It
old
doesn't
stages.
seem like all the stages are coming back, but I wouldn't disregard it just yet.
I think.
I saw the ones I wanted, so I didn't see anyone that I didn't
Yo,
want.
Saffron City is in there.
Yeah,
I
they're
think, like,
bringing back a lot of stages.
unless it's like a broken stage.
Was there anyone that you like didn't see that you wanted?
Not really. Oh, not really. But there are some stages that I had a lot of fun when I was a kid. Maybe they're not gonna be as fun now.
Electroplankton.
I was thinking of Electroplankton actually. That would be interesting.
Poke floats.
Poke floats was on the last one.
Floats.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's probably gonna be on this one.
I don't know.
Big Blue is on this one.
I think yes, Big
fucking
Blue is back.
Which is weird, but I love the music in Big Blue, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's neat that they're also just like they had the option between the regular stage and the mega stage now. Now you have a third
Now
option
you
of
have
getting
the
like
Battlefield
battlefield
mode,
stages, which is again is
extremely
great.
cool, yeah.
For like we all have a friend who really loves Battlefield and hates Final Destination.
You know what? There's one stage that's not gonna come back.
What?
Miiverse.
Oh man, did you really have to do that? Like,
Yes.
everybody loves the Miiverse stage. Hey, who knows? Maybe they'll do like a spoof version and put it on there, but we'll have to wait and see.
But how would you like get the messages?
No, that's what I mean with the spoof version. Like it would be like an homage to the Mii channel, but it would be like a proper.
Oh, but it's not. Okay.
Of course, it wouldn't be the same, but you know, for the memories, I guess.
Yes, I guess.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess we need to touch. We're running out of time, but we should touch on a couple of other things. I think the biggest thing is just that the message Sakurai I think was trying to convey with this thing is everything you've accumulated from Smash, you don't need to throw it away. Like all the amiibo, all the controllers, all the peripherals, everything. Just bring it in because this is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and everything is compatible. And you can keep on playing, and you can keep having like the Smash experience on this new game. And I don't know, like for me, it even comes off in the Japanese title for the game. So in Japanese, it's not Ultimate. It's called
Ultimato.
No, the subtitle is Special.
Special.
Yeah, it's like Dairanto Smash Brothers
Special.
Yeah. So and I think again the message here is this is like the culmination in a way of the Smash franchise. Everything you've ever loved about this franchise, we're putting it all into one single game. It's kind of like a love letter to the fans. Here it is, and we're gonna keep adding new stuff because you know it's just gonna keep going. And yeah, and I think only for that, for Nintendo understanding just how special of a game and a brand they have in Smash and dedicating like the second half of the Direct only to that, I think that's why I think they might have come out with the best press conference, quote unquote, of the show floor.
It's no longer a press conference. They're like embracing the fact that they just do a direct.
Yeah, and I think they've managed to get a lot of mileage out of that.
I do want to say that as a press conference, I think the best one was Microsoft.
As an old school
As an
classic,
yeah,
probably.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm between Microsoft and EA.
Like in proper press conferences,
Yeah.
but again, no. But
I haven't
but
watched
pause.
I haven't watched EA. So
Like
I
in
can't
terms of just content, like I think the Nintendo content that they showed
strong.
was really strong, really good, and really demonstrated that there's a lot of stuff to play on the
I have a
platform.
complete different opinion about that.
Yeah,
Like,
but you
Sure, go ahead.
like everything that I wanted didn't come out. Like they didn't announce anything that I wanted to see in E3. We didn't see anything from Metroid Prime 4. We didn't see any new Luigi's Mansion. Even if I'm the only one that wants a new Luigi's Mansion for the console.
It's coming out for the 3DS.
But it's
they announced it last.
I want a new Luigi's story mode Luigi's Mansion that isn't about getting score.
You're getting it for the 3DS.
Is it a new Luigi's
Well, no, it's a remake of the
I
first
don't
one.
want a remake. It looks fine. It hasn't aged that much. Like it's great. I'm gonna play it in a couple of days too.
Well, anyway, the point is, Flamelight is about the only person on Earth who is not excited about Smash Brothers. But that's fine. It's fine.
I'm excited about it, but the thing is, I want games that I can play by myself, and I don't need to have friends over to be able to enjoy it to its maximum capacity. I want to play that console for myself.
There's a few you can, but that's gonna require you to like look into it and see if you are interested or not.
I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles and Daemon X Machina.
Yeah, but that might require like
Fire Emblem.
to see if it's.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to do the research.
I don't know. What about you, Caesar? Did you enjoy this press conference? Any final thoughts?
Fucking loved it, man.
There was only like the only part I saw, I blocked out of the everything else. There was just like
you saw the Smash logo. It's like, oh my god, it's back.
No, he saw Daisy and he was like, well, the rest is irrelevant.
There was like 1 minute of it that I saw that I paid attention to, and the rest was like irrelevant. I don't remember what it was. It was something about an echo thing.
I don't think anybody's gonna understand.
What I mean?
It's
Daisy
joke on the podcast. What about you,
Daisy.
Sai?
I loved it. And yeah, I'm the biggest Smash fan on the table, but I'm also the biggest Fire Emblem fan on the table, so I'm pretty excited about that as well. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about Pokemon, even though
it's not the Pokemon you might have wanted.
The Pokemon I might have wanted.
Yeah, we'll get that next year.
Yeah, I'll get the actual Pokemon title that I want next year, but that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be researching Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu to see if I can buy it.
I will say one thing about the treehouse model Nintendo does is that like this is what you would call the direct was like the official announcements, but we're gonna probably get a couple more announcements before the end of E3.
Yes,
based on the fact that they're gonna be live and they're gonna be showcasing.
Yes,
stuff.
they tend to do that sometimes during the treehouse.
Yeah,
like with Codename Steam, they announce it like during the
yeah. Well, anyway, let us know the comments, and also if you enjoyed this content, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to catch up with our Let's Plays as well. And yeah, this has been the Overwrite SideQuest podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys hopefully on the next one. Bye.
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 Bye.